Well, hey guys, I want you guys to watch this video with me dealing with the Somalian. I don't know why, for some reason, they thought that Donald Trump was just going to welcome them in with open arms. Check this video out.
We love our brothers and sisters who are Democrats, but you left us. And because the left left us, join the right, vote for Trump 2024, vote for Joe Trape 2024, vote for Maisie Young in St. Paul 2024, vote for Tajud in CD3 2024, vote for Tom Emma, our lion, out of St. Cloud. Farhan is here and is endorsing him. And please go out and vote, because voting for Trump without soldiers is giving him a failure. So please vote. Again, for the school boards, we have a ton of people running who are in the school board from all over the state. And please go vote for the Republican Party this time. Thank you so much.
Hello, good people. I hope that you are doing well from any place in the world that you are watching this video from. So recently, there has been tension between the Somalis and the Black Americans. Remember that the Somalis have been mocking Black Americans, saying that they are lost, they have no culture, and they are lazy. And honestly, the conversation has not been respectful on either side. So remember that these Somalis voted for the orange man and forgetting that themselves are blacks. Remember, from recent years, the blacks have been treated differently, starting from racism and discrimination. So after voting for this man, Donald Trump came out the other day saying that these people are garbage. And before we continue, let me just play a small clip of Donald Trump calling Somalis garbage. And this will act as a reminder that they voted the wrong way. Just listen to the clip.
We're going to go the wrong way if we keep taking in garbage into our country. For Somalia, which is barely a country, you know, they have no anything. They just run around killing each other. And they contribute nothing. The welfare is like 88%. They contribute nothing. I don't want them in our country, I'll be honest with you, okay? Somebody would say, oh, that's not politically correct. I don't care. I don't want them in our country. Their country's no good for a reason. Their country stinks, and we don't want them in our country. I can say that about other countries, too. I can say it about other countries, too. We don't want them to hell. We have to rebuild our country. You know, our country's at a tipping point. We could go bad. We're at a tipping point. I don't know if people mind me saying that, but I'm saying it. We could go one way or the other, and we're going to go the wrong way if we keep taking in garbage into our country. Ilhan Omar is garbage. She's garbage. Her friends are garbage. These aren't people that work. These aren't people that say, let's go, come on, let's make this place great. These are people that do nothing but complain. They complain. And from where they came from, they got nothing. You know, they came from paradise, and they said, this isn't paradise. But when they come from hell, and they complain, and do nothing but we don't want them in our country. Let them go back to where they came from and fix it.
So, very well. So, the Somalis now, after realizing their mistake, they are coming back begging the Black Americans to save from the fear of deportation. So today we are talking about how the Black Americans are reacting, the misunderstandings and the shocking truths that both sides often overlook. This is Polito Realities, a channel where we handle real discussions, real stories, and honest truths. If you are new here, kindly consider subscribing, liking, and sharing this video.
Made it clear that his goal.
So Somalians are trying to drag Black Americans into their fight. Check this out.
But Trump based his order on a report whose author has made it clear that his goal is to denaturalize and deport as many Somali Americans as possible. This is not about crime. It's not about safety. This is about purging people like me from this country. Minnesota has always been a welcoming place for people fleeing from people fleeing a home country that is battered by war, poverty, and hunger. Europeans in the 19th and 20th century, Black Americans from the South, Hmong.
That was a call for allyship, and they threw the race card out there. We're all black. What happened to I'm not black, I'm Somalian? And what happened to the call of allyship when y'all was scamming Minnesota out of hundreds of millions of dollars? They only pull out the race card when it's beneficial to them, because before this, they'll tell you, you're jealous because Somalians are driving Priuses. And there's no allyship when they taking advantage of all these government assistance programs. HUD, public housing, they're not going to let you in their building that they're in. And these are the same people that will tell you, if you Black American Somalians will say, hey, my people came over here in planes and your people came over here in shackles and chains. Keep that same energy. I respect that. Since me and my peoples came over here in shackles and chains in a ship, I'm porting my ship right here. This is where I'm going to port my ship. Don't use black as a race card. Don't use black when it's beneficial. Keep that same energy. You not black, you Somalians. You not black, you Nigerians. Keep that same energy. Because when it's time to benefit off these government programs, like housing, all that stuff, they lock other people out. They don't care about nobody else but their own people. So why you yelling allyship now?
In case you did not know, Somalis are notorious for looting, stealing, their piracy, very well known for. They marry children, they don't have women's rights, women can't vote. And when you import a bunch of them into the middle of Minnesota in our country, they're going to do the same thing. They are going to steal. They are going to... It's so crazy that we've done this. They're not going to assimilate. They are just going to find a stronghold of a shared community of values that they have, Somali values in a Western culture, and they're going to do the same thing. They're going to cut off female genitalia because 99% of Somali women have done that, or I guess had that done to them. They are going to steal. Again, what do you think of when you think of Somalia? Piracy. Which is exactly what we are seeing, because in case you did not know, there is currently a massive investigation into this Medicaid fraud scheme amongst the Somali community in our country. They're making fraudulent claims and they are stealing from the taxpayers. They're stealing from our government. And if that wasn't bad enough, it has been reported that we are the largest funder of al-Shabaab, their terror group back in Somalia. Yeah, they've been defrauding the US government and then sending it to our enemy. And we are at work paying for it. Calling this out, it's not racist, it's not xenophobic, it's not being anti-Somali. It's saying, hey, I actually think Western culture, the freedoms that we have, are superior. I would much rather live in a country where I have a voice, where I can vote, where my genitals aren't removed, where I could wear what I want, practice what religion I want. I think that's a superior way of life. And the people in Somalia do not think that's a superior way of life. They're coming here to change it and expecting anything else from a group of people that have not changed in their home country and then bringing them here and thinking they're going to change here. It's insane. It's insanity. And it's going to be the end of our freedoms. We cannot tolerate a group of people who do not tolerate our freedoms. It's not racist. That's not xenophobic to say. It's the truth, and we better start saying it. And the option of doing nothing about this isn't there. Bye-bye. Thank you, Trump.
So aside from her seeming like she was sounding like a Chinese movie because the audio didn't seem like it was synced with her lips, that's on her side, not on my side. I think that some of it is true and then some of it is embellished, right? And this is why we have to have conversations about these type of things, because yes, they are bringing their culture over here. Yes, I have been to Minneapolis and I've witnessed it with my own eyes. Yes, I've spent over a week and seen it with my own eyes. At the same time, it's difficult for me to say that you got to get rid of them and kick them out if the majority of them are American citizens. I believe in the rule of law. I believe in operating by the Constitution. I also don't believe in birthright citizenship. And I believe that people that are not supposed to be here in the United States of America should be removed if they are an illegal migrant on the soil of the United States of America. Now, what we also need to do is change the rules by which they are leveraging American law to continue to come over here in the United States of America. So, for example, Trump did a great job by removing temporary protective status, TPS, from Somalis who are over in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and they have literally overtaken Minneapolis.
So one of the things that I've noticed about this hate against Somali people is that the hate is fueled by jealousy. Many Somalis are U.S. citizens. So 98% of them are U.S. citizens. Over half of them are born in America. So they're U.S. citizens. So it's not about their citizenship. It's about what they represent. Many Somali citizens are successful. They're business owners, they're doctors, they're lawyers, they're teachers, they're professors. And so many MAGA Americans have been in America and they can barely afford food. They buy food on credit. A lot of them are homeless. A lot of them are living in trailers. But before their very eyes, immigrant came, became successful, built businesses, built communities. And so the hate is fueled by jealousy. We know this kind of jealousy all too well. Now, go watch this video. I've uncovered the truth about Somalis. Watch this video, come back to this video and tell me about your own story. Because the story of Somali, are the story of Nigerian Americans, are the story of Russian Americans, Italian Americans, Irish Americans, is the story of Americans, whether you like it or not. Go do something meaningful, otherwise jealousy will unalive you. See you in the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye. Go watch this video on my YouTube channel. Click in the link in the bio. Go straight there, watch it, and come back to this video. Tell me about your success story. How you came to America, had nothing, and built, and you're a homeowner, you're successful, you're buying the best cars, and MAGA people are dying. They see other immigrants living the American dream, and they cannot stand it while they are living a complete useless life. See ya.
It was hurtful, it was shameful, disgraceful, but also it was flat out wrong, calling not only our congresswoman garbage, but calling the entire community garbage, saying they're good for nothing. It is a community that has been resilient, that has produced so much. We are teachers and doctors and lawyers and even politicians taking part of every part of Minnesota's economy and the nation's economy. And so right now, this is nothing more than political theater in time for the midterms in which he wants to rally his base. Language matters, and we know that hateful rhetoric and language leads to action. And right now, our community is afraid. We've seen that our president and ICE has overstepped and has consistently and continuously violated our residents' constitutional rights. And what I mean by that is this going far beyond just immigration enforcement. We've seen residents, US citizens, getting detained and released. And so President Trump made it very clear. He said he wants all Somalis gone, not just a category of them, not just the ones he thinks that are bad, but all Somalis. I've heard from our young people, folks that were born in America that have never seen Somalia. In fact, some whose parents were born in America, reaching out to us saying that they're fearful, that they feel like they have to walk around with their passports because they don't want to be targeted. And in America in 2025, that should not be happening.
Welcome back again to Polito Realities. You've watched the clips and you've seen how the Somalis are reacting and the Black Americans are also reacting about the misunderstandings that have been going online. So let us understand where the big issue arose from. The misunderstandings came from online, and remember that the internet doesn't forget things. Black Americans and Somalis have always had the potential of uniting since these two groups are blacks. But the Somalis came out saying that they are not blacks. So they distanced themselves and started disrespecting the Black Americans. This tension didn't appear overnight. It has grown over time, which has created a big problem between the two communities. So again, let us now see what sparkled the reactions of the Black Americans and Somalis. Some Somalis made harsh statements towards the Black Americans, saying that we are not the same. So I don't understand these people. If you look at the map of African continent, the Somali are bordering Kenya, Ethiopia. So I wonder if this country is not in Africa, and then they are saying that they are not blacks. So the Somalis are saying that they work hard and the black Americans are only complaining. And remember very well that the black Americans, these are people who have always fought for their rights even before the immigration waves. They understand America very well, more than anyone else. So when the comparisons caused frustrations to the black Americans, they couldn't ignore what was being said, and then they are now reacting to the situation. So the black Americans said that enough is enough. You cannot paint the wrong pictures about us. Now it is the time to end that disrespect. So the black Americans are responding strongly, but with facts and lived experience. They are saying that they fought for the rights of everyone. They fought for the rights of the blacks, and they did not fight for themselves alone. But the Somalis here are coming, calling themselves like they are not black and distancing themselves, and this has created a big problem. Remember, these black Americans, they are just neutral. They fought for everyone. But when a certain community is coming and disrespecting them, then they had no choice but to react back. So let us see how the black Americans are reacting towards the Somalis. The rights the Somalis enjoyed today were earned by the black Americans. Remember that very well, because the black Americans always fought for the rights of the blacks. Many black Americans feel it is disrespectful when immigrants mock them while they are living under the freedoms that they fought for. So again, the black Americans, they are saying that this is the reality, that the US system does not separate Somalis from black Americans. The US puts the blacks together, whether you are light-skinned or you are dark. It just puts them together as long as you are not one of them. If it is discrimination and racism, all of you will have to encounter that. So the Somali, whether it is Nigeria, East Africa, whichever place that you are coming from, as long as you are not a white America, you face similar discriminations in policies, employment, and immigration. And the arrogance sometimes seen online ignores this truth. And again, the black Americans say that some Somali communities supported political choices which are now backfiring on them. Black Americans tried to warn Somalis, but they did not take them seriously. Many dismissed the warnings coming from the black Americans, and now the reality is catching up. Then there is one thing, a cultural misunderstanding between the two communities, and ego is coming from the Somalis. Part of the tension comes from the cultural differences. Somalis come with a strong cultural identity, and we really support that. That is very good when you come out having a strong cultural identity, but sometimes it turns into superiority. Black Americans respond strongly because they tried being disrespectful in their own country by people they welcomed. These people did not even understand America. The blacks welcomed them. But when you are trying to be so disrespectful to your visitor, honestly, to your visitor, that is the right name. And when you are coming to them and being disrespectful, how do you expect them to behave? They have to fight back. They have to, they have to encounter whatever you are bringing to them. So again, there is online arrogance versus real life reality. Showcase your pride online, but it will hit you in real life. So online bragging, dismissing Black American culture, or insulting their work ethic caused the division. But offline, the real world treats both groups the same. You've seen that the Somalis have been online mocking the Black Americans, calling them lazy and have no culture. In fact, they say that the Black Americans really love complaining of non-issues, but in real life, now the truth is hitting them. Black Americans feel like the Somalis' arrogance is disconnected from the actual United States policies and realities. And now, why are these Black Americans finally speaking out? The reaction is growing because silence is no longer an option. You talk, but when people get tired of your talking and disrespecting them, somebody has to really speak their mind and come out and face those accusations. So Black Americans want Somali individuals to understand that respect is a two-way street. Respect me, I respect you, and give respect to the one who deserves it. You can have pride, but it should never turn into looking down upon others. So, what I will advise the Somalis and other people who have the same pride like them, kindly respect and unity is the goal when you want to move forward. Both communities, the Somalis and the Black Americans, face similar struggles against discrimination and unfair systems. There is power in unity, but unity only works when respect is present. So at the end of the day, these conversations are necessary. Tension only grows in silence. When we talk openly about the real issues facing different people, we move closer to respect and unity. Thanks for watching, and remember that this is Polito Realities, where we dig and find out the things people are afraid to talk about. Remember to like, to subscribe, and to share this video for more commentary videos of the same. Thanks for being this part of the conversations. Be informed and be blessed.